Shake it, shake, shake. Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're talking all about should you be taking a multivitamin, yes or no? You know, so many times in my office I get asked this question, and it's really, really interesting to hear your guys' response for number one, if or if not you're taking a multivitamin, and if you are, how you came to your thought process for which product to choose. So first off, let's talk a little bit about, do I believe that every person should be taking a multi? And the answer is absolutely yes. I do believe every person should be taking a multivitamin. Here's why. You know, the foods that we eat today are not the same foods that your grandfather ate, your great-grandparents ate. Why? Well, farming is just so different than it was, you know, just even as soon as 50 years ago. Now we're using GMO seeds. We're spraying them with pesticides. I live here on the Central Coast where it's like the berry capital of the world, and you know, half the time they have them the ground is like wrapped in plastic, and they're like injecting the ground with all of these, you know, chemicals and fertilizers to produce the seeds faster, so the turnover is faster, so they make more money. So the foods that we eat today, unfortunately, are nowhere near the foods of yesterday, I guess you would say, right? So I do believe that every person should be taking some sort of multivitamin. Now, the idea behind the multivitamin is this. It's supposed to fill in the gaps for the foods that you're not consuming, right? Well, since our diet in Western America is so high in refined grains and so high in sugars, you know, we are missing out on a huge portion of the essential nutrients, the vitamins, the trace minerals that we should be taking. So I absolutely believe that every single person should be on some sort of multivitamin. Now that leads me down the path to answer two separate things. Number one, which type of multivitamin? And number two, how often should I be taking it? Well, my belief is that you should be taking a whole food multivitamin, not a synthetic. A synthetic are like Centrum, GNC Omega Man, things that you can basically go buy like at Costco or, you know, over-the-shelf types of things. And the reason that I don't believe that it's good to take those synthetic forms of a multivitamin is exactly that. It's synthetic. What they do is this. They process these vitamins in chemical form in a laboratory. So take vitamin C, right? So vitamin C is this crazy, really long chain. And then what they do chemically is they break all the chains up, and then they put it and dump it into a pill. That's why on the back of like Centrum it says that you can get like 3,500% of your vitamin C, which you think is great, right? Well, what you're really getting is a whole bunch of incomplete chains. Now, the reason that they do this is that, you know, from the chemical manufacturer will say, well, look, people aren't getting enough of a certain chain or portions of the chain, so we're supplementing with that to fill in those portions. The problem is that the body doesn't really recognize that form of chemical or that chain, so it just excretes it, which means it just passes it through. Secondly, when you're looking at different types of multivitamins out there, you have to look at their absorbability, which means, is what you're actually taking even absorbed? Is it even giving a chance to go into your body to be excreted or absorbed? And the Centrums, the one daily type of things, those guys are so low on absorbability that it's better just to pass on. Matter of fact, we do a bunch of like different testing and stuff in our office, and those always show the very, very minimal, least amounts of good for any of our patients. So if we're not going to be taking chemical or synthetic, the other opposite is to take a whole food supplement. Now, there's a whole bunch of different whole food supplements out there. The one I personally like is a company called Standard Process. And what their whole food is this product, and it's called Catalin. I don't know if I can show you guys up here. I'll try to pull it in here for you. Anyway, when you read it on the blog, it's all linked up and everything there. But what Catalin is an organic, natural form of about 15 different types of fruits and vegetables that are in this thing. So let me kind of tell you exactly. I can scroll through here a little bit and tell you what's in it here. So this has carrots, calcium lactate, nutritional yeast, bovine adrenal, magnesium citrate, spleen, kidney, alfalfa, mushrooms, oat flour. It's got a whole bunch of really great stuff that you're probably not eating, number one, at least on a daily basis, and number two, not the whole food. So what this does is they take all of these foods and they dehydrate them down to about 90 degrees, and it's cold pressed. So it's like a major juicer type of thing. And then they put the whole food, not the synthetic chain, into the actual vitamin. I can kind of show you what it looks like here. That's kind of what the vitamin looks like there. Now, we usually start people off, and you'll be taking 3 of them twice a day, and that's morning and lunch. We typically don't have you guys take it after about 3 o'clock because it does have a little bit of bovine adrenal in it, which can actually kind of spike you and make you feel like really kind of, well, like you got a good adrenal rush. So anyway, that's my recommendation for if you're going to be taking a multivitamin. Always, always try to reach number 1 for the whole food supplement if possible. And again, I really like Standard Process because of their history and the actual sourcing of ingredients. Whatever type of multivitamin you reach for, make sure you really take a deep dive and learn about where they're sourcing their ingredients, where they are getting, the nutrients that go into the actual vitamin. All right, if you guys have any other questions, please leave me a note below the video here. Also, please subscribe up here. And if you're reading this on the blog, hey, thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions, I'm always here to help. All right, guys, until next time, go out there, be great, and be sure to ignite your health from within.